Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. Something a bit different tonight, live stream. We're picking our fantasy football team, and generally I'm all right to start with them, and then I lose interest, forget about it. So this year I really want to take it quite seriously and try my best, basically, and stay involved. So I know a lot of you ask what the code is. You want to join the league. So I thought if I do an episode and pick my team and you guys at home help me pick my team, it's down on you if it's rubbish. And we've got a reference point of what the link to the code is. And we can just try and incorporate this into some of the episodes during the season as well and see how our team's doing. So we'll see who we've got in the building. There's quite a few of you in here already. So we've got Gaz, Chris, Martin. We've got the WOS from Australia. Shout out to you, my friend. Rachel is in the building. We've got Up the Villa. We've got Evening from Birmingham. We've got Peter, Ryan. So many. Dave, H. So many familiar faces. So, right. So let's get stuck into it then. So I'm going to ask for your interaction during the whole show. So we're going to work together on my team, and I'll put the link to the code here. That's what the league is, the Up the Villa one. It's quite a big league because we've been doing it for a number of years now. So I'll keep putting it on the screen if people ask for it as well. So there's quite a lot of people in. I reckon there's nearly 1,000 people in this league that we've got. So it is a big league. So it is pretty competitive. How you doing, Ryan? Right, so my general train of thought, because I'm a Villa fan, I generally like Villa players in my team. So I want 3 Villa players in my team. Now, I don't care whether that's you shouldn't do it. That's what I'm going with. So we're going to have 3 Villa players in my team. And my preferred formation is going to be 3-5-2. So packing out the midfield with 5 midfielders, 2 strikers, 3 defenders, and a goalkeeper. So that's what we're going with. That's what the team is. So let's get stuck into it then. So hold on. There we go. Right. Goalkeeper. Who do we think we should have as the goalkeeper? So keep a note on the... No, we don't Pickford to start with. Hold on. We've had a mail already. Right. Keep a note on the fixtures. So we've got the green fixtures mean they are preferable. The red mean that they're going to be tough. So I kind of don't mind the goalkeeper being of any sort of, from any team, I think. We'll go from sort of, I haven't really got too many like, okay, it's got to be from this team. But bearing in mind, we've got to make sure we've got players from sort of like, we can only have 3 from each team, can't we? So, see, a lot of you go Martinez, and I think, are we not going to go big elsewhere? Are we not going big elsewhere? We've got Raya, who's a good shout. Vicario, I think that's a good shout. Vicario's a good shout. So we've got, all right, James. So I like Vicario. Pickford's a good one. We've got to think of who's going to keep clean sheets. What team have we got here that are going to keep good clean sheets? You'd say Villa, Man City. I'm not saying Liverpool. Spurs, I think they're going to concede still. What about a Chelsea goalkeeper? What about Chelsea goalkeeper? Who could we go for from Chelsea? I think the Chelsea goalkeeper would be a shout. They're not going with Kepa, are they? Who's the other one that they go with? Could go Chelsea keeper. Sanchez. Yes, Sanchez. I think Sanchez is a shout. Chat, Sanchez, yes or no? We've got top GS FIFA gaming has gone Sanchez. Dave's gone Sanchez. I think Sanchez could be the one, you know. Yeah, I think Chelsea. No, you're saying no. Okay, so you're not saying Sanchez. What about Pope? I think Pope would be a decent one. You're thinking if Newcastle are going to be better next season, Pope would be a good shout. Arsenal keeper, maybe Arsenal. Pope, yes. I think some are coming through with Pope now. I think Pope would be a good shout. I think Newcastle's defence, I'll probably say it's going to be quite decent next season. Raya is a good one as well. But it's 5.5. Right, should we go Raya? Yes or no? 21% of people have selected Raya, and they've got Wolves, Villa, and Brighton in their first 3. See, you could go, if you're going with City, then you could go Ortega, but he's 5.5. So we could maybe address the goalkeeper as we get to it. But yeah, but then he's 5. Raya's 5.5. I think we're at a stumbling block already, guys. We're at a stumbling block already. Rich is saying he's gone with Raya. Philly's gone with Raya. Brighton, I don't know what Brighton are going to do either, though. What are Brighton going to be in this season? But they're spending the 5.5 on a goalkeeper. I think it's quite a lot. What have they... See, if you go on Raya's rating, Raya's points last season was 135. What was Pickford's? Pickford was 153. So Pickford got higher rating than what Raya got last season. Martinez got 115. So Martinez wasn't that great, really. Well, he was okay on this. Yeah, Dave's saying stick with 4.5. I think a 5. Right, we'll go. Right, we'll go Raya then to start with. So we'll put Raya in, and then we'll go from there. Right. So next up, next question then. Next goalkeeper for me, I would normally go the lowest rated goalkeeper. Is that how you guys are thinking you'd address this? Because I think you get more transfers in this one, don't you? Don't you get 5 transfers this season? So I would probably pick a really low rated goalkeeper in this. So let's just get our funds decent. So we'll go. I'm not really going to pick any Leicester players. So we'll go with Ward, which is a low one. Right. So where I was thinking for my first Villa player, I was going to go with Maatsen. So in the chat, what are we saying to Maatsen for our first Villa player? So yes or no? I think we're going to have a real, he's going to be a proper player for Villa this season on that left-hand side, attacking into midfield. Rachel's saying Maatsen might not play all the time. Right, let's focus on. I want to have a Villa player first, so we can put other names in the chat in a second. But let's focus on Maatsen first. Are we saying Maatsen, yes or no? Maatsen was the one that I was thinking I was going to go for. So yes or no. So we've got Scott saying yes, Dave saying no, Kieran saying yes. I'd have Pau, but it's the goals though, isn't it? Goals and assists. Yes. My head says no, but right, no, we're having yes. We've got quite a few yeses, so let's go with Maatsen because he's the one that I was thinking was going to do pretty good for Villa. So you're going to get assists, you're going to get some goals. Right, who else do you think that we should have in the chat then? My other idea was Muniz from Crystal Palace. He had a really good end to the season. And I think he looked really good going forward. So he was one of the shouts that I've got. We could have Trent, but I think that's going to be crazy money to use, but who knows? So we got Trent in there. We could have Cucurella maybe under their new manager. I think he would probably do well. Udogie again, yeah. So Udogie would be a good one. That's coming from Rich. We've got Gueye. Any other names that we've got for defenders? Saliba, shout. Saliba is a great shout. Saliba or Murillo. We must pick Saliba. Gvardiol was my other one as well. Ibrahim's put Gvardiol. I think Gvardiol would be a really big shout. So let's have a look. How much is Saliba? So Saliba's 6. Gvardiol is 6. So I think those two are 2 big ones that we could go with, or one big one. We've got Udogie, Gvardiol, Van de Ven. Some of you are saying you've gone with Saliba, Akanji, Shah. Right, so I'd say we've got to pick between. Let's go for the first one then. So Gvardiol got 123 points last season. Saliba got 164, and both have got the same amount. Both cost the same. So shall we go Saliba or Gvardiol? I think that's the first option that we could pick from. Kirkes would be a good shout as well from Bournemouth. I like that shout. Kanji, Brathwaite, Ake, White. Yeah, White's a good one, but they're doing a bit of business at the back, aren't they? So it'd be interesting to see where they actually finish up with. Saliba, Van de Ven is 4.5. That's quite cheap for Van de Ven, isn't it? Where is he? Cucurella's 5. Muniz is 5. Udogie's 5 as well. We've got, how much is cash? Cash is 4.5. Where is Van der Ven? I can't see him. Right, let's pick one what we're going with then. So we've got Saliba, Gvardiol, Udogie. Is Udogie going to be back though for the start of the season? I guess we can change it as we go, as we get close to the season. I think we've got to go Saliba, haven't we? So we go Saliba. Bearing in mind we're playing 3 at the back. So my choice was 3 at the back. I do think Gvardiol will score more as well though. Tough. Right. Next one then. Who else should we go for at the back? I liked my Muniz shout from Palace. I liked it. I thought that was quite a obscure one. But we've got Kirkes as well from Bournemouth. Bearing in mind that we could, if we're clever with this one, I think it will allow more funds for midfield and striker option. So who else are we saying? We've got Shaw, Anderson. He's a good shout. White is better. Luke Shaw. Ain't Nori cheap. Same as Anderson from Palace. Calafiore, yeah, he'd be a good one, I think, if he came in. How you doing, mate? Right. Okay, right. Do we think, chat, we should go for a cheaper option in this one now? So are we going with a semi-cheap option? Yes or no? Semi-cheap option, yes or no? So semi-cheap, we could go 5 million or below. Where's Kirkes? Where's he at? Anderson got 121 points. He's 4.5. We've got, who else have we got? Any more that stand out? Ain't Nori. He'd be quite good. He's a big player for Wolves, isn't he? Yeah, so semi-cheap. Yes. Mega cheap. See, I'm liking this Kirkes one. I'm like, because he was big for the Bournemouth towards the end of the season, and he'll be better this season. Let's have a look at Bournemouth. Kirkes 4.5 got 59 points. So you got 59 points. Let's go back. Let's have a look at Muniz from Palace. How much is he? So we got 56. So they're pretty much similar. But look at Munoz's fixtures. He's got Brentford and West Ham in the first 2 games. So they're 2. Do Kirkes. Yeah. Right, let's put Kirkes in. Oh, tough one. Yeah, I think Palace might cook a little bit next season. So and Bournemouth will, but we'll go Kirkes. We'll put Kirkes in. Right. So that's the 3 at the back we've gone with. So we'll focus on the other defenders in a second. We'll focus on that in a second. So let's go midfielders then. So a couple of names that I'd got written down here were, for my midfielders, were Eze. I'd got Palmer. Now, this is my big one, right? This is my big one, Villa fans. Hear me out on this one. So I said I was going to have 3 Villa players. Now, as it stands, based on pre-season, Rodgers looks absolutely on fire. So I think maybe Rodgers is going to be partnering Ollie Watkins as the 2. So we could go with Rodgers, who's classed as a midfielder, to get points as well. I think Rodgers is a cheap option, but I think he's going to get big points this season. You're going to get the assists, you're going to get goals. And I think Rodgers early on in the season for Villa is going to be really, really good. So a lot of you are saying go with Rodgers. So let's put Rodgers in there, because I did want to go with Rodgers anyway. And I think he's pretty good here, the value there. So we've got Rodgers. We could go with Palmer as well. We'll have the little the little breezy. We'll have the breezy. So I think Palmer's got to go in there because, yeah, he's just going to be class next season, Palmer. So he's 10.5. So he's a big one. So that's a big amount of money. And bearing in mind, we're going 3-5-2. So we've got to fill this midfield now. So the midfield is going to be flooded. We probably need a couple of variations in prices. So who thinks? So we're all agreeing on Palmer. Hutchinson, yeah, risky with the newly promoted. What about Eze? Are we feeling Eze? Partner in crime's gone in Elise. So we were gonna go with Munoz from Palace, so we can sack that off and go with Kirkes, and we could put Eze in there. Gordon, I like that shout as well. I like that shout. I think that's going to be a good one. I think that's got good value for Newcastle. I think he's probably their next best point scorer after Isak. We could go with. We probably need an Arsenal midfielder, maybe, and we've got no City players as things stand. So that is, I think we've got to have one City player in, maybe Arsenal midfielder. But I think Eze would be good in there. Bowen, yeah, but hopefully he gets no points off the first game. So should we'll put Eze in. We'll put Eze in because I think, yeah, he's 7 though. But he's got a good start. Brentford away and West Ham. So we'll go Eze. Right. Gibbs White, yeah, he's got good value, hasn't he? Odegaard, yeah, I think I normally always go with Odegaard in my team. I'm just thinking, could we be clever with someone here, like a Gordon? Could we go with a good Mainu? I'm not sure. Man United, not sure. Foden, yeah, Foden would be good. Right. Oh, Nana. Yeah, but I know. I want Watkins. Well, think about Watkins as well. This is all over the place at the minute. But are we going Watkins? Yes or no? I'm thinking Watkins. My 3 Villa players were going to be Maatson, Rodgers, and Watkins. So that was going to be my one up top. Oh, Savio would be a good shout. But how often? What are his minutes going to be early on though? Is he going to start early on? Yeah, this was my forward line that I was thinking of going with was Watkins, and I was going to go with Isak. So that's the strike force that I was going with. We've got 35 million left, and we need to fill the rest. But basically, as things stand, so if we look at it from a team point of view, the defense is done, the strike force is done, but the midfield isn't done. We need 2 more midfielders, and then the rest are low or making up the rest of the team. So Isak, when fit, will get you points. Up top, cheap, the young kid that's gone to Ipswich from City, yeah, Delap. Yeah, so you could probably go really cheap with him. Is he one of the really cheap forwards then? How much is Ipswich? Delap 5.5. So we could go with him early on as well. But what about João Pedro? Yeah, he's gone. He's injured though, isn't he? From their pre-season tour, we've got 35 million left. So we've got 2 midfielders to fill, really. But then we've got to fill the rest of the team. Neto always injured, isn't he? Pascal Grouse. Diaby, yeah. Let's put Diaby in. Neto. I'm not. Don't know how I feel about Neto. I don't know whether we can. Should we? Do we think we should go Odegaard or Foden? We might not. We might not be able to afford this, but yeah, we do need a City player. Should we go Foden? Should we put Foden in there and see how much money we got left? How much money we've got left to play with? So he's 9.5. Oh, he's nine. I don't think we're gonna have much money left here. So we've got 25. So we need one more midfielder to make up our actual team, and then we could just go pure cheap on the last and just have no bench. So a lot of you saying Foden, Adingra, yeah, he was good, weren't he, last season? Bernardo, De Bruyne. So we got one more. We got one more position to kill it. Oh, we could put Gordon in. What we're saying about Gordon? Gordon, yes or no? Gordon, yes or no? I think that would be a pretty good team if we put Gordon in that. Yeah, let's because that's gonna be my let's sack that off there. Right, let's go for the cheapest mid. Let's just bear with here. Right, so £4.4 million defender. We've got Twanzebe for the jokes. We'll put Twanzebe in, and then we'll put Wood in from Southampton. Right, so we've got 17 million to go for with our striker that he's going to be on the bench and a midfielder. So, right, so let's have a look at this then. So Harvey Barnes, I'd rather go Gordon than Harvey Barnes, I think. So Dave's saying no to Gordon. A lot of you are saying Gordon. Right, let's put him in. Let's just have a look. So he's 7.5. And that would mean we've got 10 million left for this striker, which we're not going to use. So if we put, shall we have a half decent striker here then that we can maybe rotate with? So we could rotate if we wanted to and go 3-4-3. So if we could take out a midfielder for some game weeks and put someone like Solanke in who's 7.5, and then we would have money left over to improve maybe the Gordon position. What are we saying? What's our thinking there? I think if we put Solanke in, that would make our team look pretty good there. So I think that looks quite good. So we've got 2.5 left. So we could even improve on maybe Kirkes or improve on that Gordon. Havertz, yeah, can't have Duran. Yeah, too many Villa players. I don't really want Man United players either. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. So we've got Zerky in the chat. No Haaland. No, I'm not having Haaland. No. Right. So let's have a look. Get Ben White. What for Kirkes? Right. Let's go from here then. Let's get a bit of a gauge from you all. So as things stand, rate this team out of 10. So it's 3-5-2. So we've got Raya, Matson, Saliba, Kirkes, Rogers, Palmer, Eze, Foden, and Gordon. 2 up top, Watkins and Isak. And we can rotate with Solanke for a midfielder, given a game week maybe. Kirkes to Gvardiol. Get Salah in midfield. 5. No, we're not 5 at the back. Alvarez, 7. So Liam's give that team a 7. So I don't think we can get Salah. I don't think we can afford him. So we take Gordon out. Replace Gordon. Or we could afford Salah. Oh, no, we can't. We're -2 now. So we can't afford Salah. So we've got 10 million basically on this midfielder. 6 out of 10, 8, 7, 7. Yeah, I liked Cucurella was class at the Euros. Could go Cucurella, but I don't think many people rate him, to be fair. But you're saying put Cucurella and Haaland in there. Jota at Liverpool. Rotation though, does he play? Odegaard 8.5. Yeah, because we put Odegaard in then. Let's put Odegaard in. So we've got 1.5. So that's made that team look a little bit better to me. So we could either get a really low striker and swap him with Solanke and improve Kirkes, Trent or Cucurella, get Salah and take out Solanke. Who do we take out to do that though? Eze. Someone saying the one Bramthwaite. So we could take Foden out. 8 out of 10 now. We're getting an 8 out of 10. We're getting an 8 out of 10 for this. Right, let me do something and then we'll come back to this in a second. Right, so let's save this team. Right, let's pick the team. Right, so move you out. Substitute you for Odegaard. Right, so let's have a look at this then. So move you across. You can go there. Right. So what are we saying about this? That's how it looks now. That would be team done. That's team done there. And I think we've got money left in the bank. Maatsen, I like Maatsen. Rodgers, like that. Like Watkins, like Palmer, like Saliba, like Raya, like Isak, like Odegaard. It's Eze and Kirkes for me. I think we can do something there. Right, let's have a look then. So let's go back. Let's go transfers. Right, so let's take out Kirkes. Let's remove him. And let's remove Eze. So now we've got 13 million. So we've got 13 million to go with here. So quite happy with the rest of that. Diaz, yeah, Diaz. Bailey, no, we've gone Rodgers instead. Gvardiol still. Right, let's have a look at it. Yeah, I do like Gvardiol. So we've got 7 left. So then we could still have it, Eze. So we could still just go Eze. Wherever he is. Palace. Oh, yeah. Why won't it let us pick him? Or just restore him. Yeah, what are we saying about that then? Mainu instead of Eze. Oh, I don't know. I'm not feeling Mainu. Right, let's save that. Next, confirm. Right, let's go back and pick the team. What about that? That out of 10 then. Let's go. What's that team out of 10? So we've got Maatsen, Saliba, Gvardiol, Rodgers, Palmer, Eze, Foden, Odegaard, Watkins, and Isak with Solanke on the bench. Some of you saying De Bruyne. I don't know. I think we've got go with Foden because then we've got 2 Man City players, 3 Arsenal players, 3 Villa players, Chelsea's best player, Newcastle's best player, Palace's best player. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9. Yeah, I think that's the one, I think that's the one. I think we're going to go with that. We'll lock that in then. That's my team. Right. So the league, what we want to do is the code then. So the league code for you all to join is that. So it's U6IFTS. So that's what the code is. So all get joining that league, and we'll see how we can do. But I think we've got there in the end with that team. I think we've got there in the end. I think we've done well with it. So what we'll do is we will reflect on the team as the window goes. So we'll probably August time, we'll have a look. I say in August, we'll have a look again. And if there's any new players that have come in anywhere that we think might have a bit of value, then we can reassess that. And then as the season goes on, we'll try and keep an eye on it, and we'll try and keep an eye on who's top of the league. My team now, I've just gone plain and simple up the Villa League, just because. Yeah, I've not gone creative. Sometimes I'll go creative, but I've just gone with that really. So cheers, guys. That was a nice little 36-minute. You've helped me pick my team, which is good. So hopefully Onana. Well, I think Onana's announced tomorrow. So apparently he's had his medical today. So Onana tomorrow. Then we'll have kit day on Tuesday, which will be good. And I don't think there's any other Villa rumours really. Anyone seen that new mural? Looks class, man. Let me try and get it up before we go. New Villa mural looks wicked. So let me find it. Right, 2 secs. I'm sure it'll be on my Twitter feed somewhere. Right, let's find it. Justin retweeted it, so let's just find Justin. Right, here he is. Right. So this now, don't know if any of you've seen it. It's on Whitton Lane now. So we've got Watkins, Daly, and Martinez as a new Villa sort of mural along Whitton Lane. So yeah, it looks wicked. So if you look as well, if you see on Daly's kit, you can kind of probably see what the collar's going to be like. So it's got a little bit of blue with like little claret sort of lines on it, a bit like that Rover one that we had. And then you've got the claret sort of Adidas logo on the shoulders. Martinez has got a black goalkeeper shirt with yellow on. So, yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? So that's something that they've been working on today anyway. So, looks good. Fabrizio has mentioned that about Spurs and Ramsey saying that I don't think there's nothing in it, to be fair, but yeah, Diaby's pretty much done, isn't it? We've had the here we go from Fabrizio, so Diaby's gone. So I feel like I'm over that now, though. I feel like I'm over it. Like when these transfers draw on, you can sort of like get over them because they go on for so long. So just be interesting to see what we do. So yeah, right. Cheers, everyone. Then, so I'll speak to you all probably. We've got an Onana episode going out when he signs anyway. So when he signs, we've got an episode of where he'll fit into Villa. So that'll come out when it drops, and we will see you at the kit launch. Up the Villa. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for doing my team with me, and I'll speak to you all soon.